time so I could talk to you guys off the rip and not forget nothing. So, played through the season, won a natty, switched over to SEC with UNLV, and man, oh man, I'm gonna tell you, last season, 2025, it was hard for me to get the proper OCs that I wanted. As you can see, I'm 2-0. I played the first two games, first 3 weeks. Playing Alabama now. They're not even ranked, but they're 3-0. They're always hard to beat. My team is ranked 99 overall. I'm going to show you, which is ridiculous. They're 97 and they're not even ranked. This is why SEC ball is the best conference to move your team to if you want to be nationally ranked. But we're going to go back. On the off season, I was fortunate enough to get the coordinators that I want. For whatever reason now, on the action stage, you cannot do your coach. You have to go to coach's ability right here on the coach form. I don't know if that's what they intended, but that's just what it is now. So now if I show you, bam, my OC and my DC have talent developer. One, and he's level, I believe, 49, probably 50 now, and he's 39, probably 40 now. So let's go ahead and look. Only problem is that I don't have them at level 3 for the off-season boost for defense, either one. I believe both of them were offensive coordinators, but I was able to sign my defensive coordinator as a defensive. Oh, look, he's starting to get his. So I'm guessing he has Master Motivator unlocked. Well, wow, I don't know why. But I'm guessing as time goes on, he'll eventually get these up. I can get him to 6 or 8. And we'll be all right. But here we go. This is what I have. This is what my defensive coordinator has. I need him to get at least all of these up before he starts developing other stuff. And then my offensive coordinator for his talent development pretty much has everything almost max. I don't really care about kickers and punters. I don't. But if he can get all of these to 4, it'll really help me out. So far, I unlocked this at the end of the season, right before the championship. I beat Ohio State. Tough game, but, had to put in work on them. So as you can see, I want to get at least to level 3 on each of these first before I hit level 4. Because at level 4 with the pipeline boost, I'm going to get it, but I really am not too concerned right off the rip. Again, I'm only level 67. So by the time I hit level 90, 95, then I'll start worrying about that last one. I just got to hope that these coordinators do not leave after a few years. Because, you start to win a lot, and then they want to go and become an offensive coordinator or a head coach at another school. So as you can see, for my O-line, I will get these guys to level 3 as soon as I go up 2 levels. I can get this one. I want to get running backs the first boost. And I'll also get for the D-line the first boost, and I'm going to wait for linebackers, and I will get this as the second one, second tier for the DBs. My goal is to get this talent developer up to 4 on each of these. That's going to help me produce very good offensive and defensive players throughout the years, even, tier 1. Bonus XP for players getting drafted. As long as I can keep you to a junior, you get to 95 overall, you're going to get drafted. Tier 2, freshman and sophomore defensive backs progress faster. So that means that throughout the season and on the off season, they're going to gain more points. More points means higher overall, quicker than later. And then tier 3, starting defensive backs gains XP faster. Basically, you start to win a lot, and you do well. If you have tier 3, your players are gonna, especially if they're starters, are gonna boost up so fast. Now, let me go back. I was gonna go tier 3 on these. Quarterback transfers are more interesting. The only problem that I have for these transfers is that if I can keep my players and not worry about them transferring out and leaving, I don't need to worry about the transfer portal. So the last season, I had 31 recruits. I skipped the whole transfer portal because I had 31 recruits. And I believe 13 or 14 of them were 5 stars and the rest were 4 stars. So if you look now at my recruiting, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gems that I'm looking for. Most of them are 5 stars with a couple 4. The rest are pretty much 5 stars that I'm going for. You see down the list. And then the 4-star start. I'm going to eventually do these guys, but I need to get these 5-star first because the overall 5 stars that aren't broken gems are going to start with a higher overall than a 4-star who's regular. If I get a 4-star gem, I'm going to move them up and then, I'm going to unload with the 65. Now, since I took off my offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator who had elite recruiter, I can only get 65 points instead of 80. Now listen, 65 points over 50 is a game changer if you have every 10 hours. If you have the CEO, every 10 hours you get a bonus interest. So I'm looking at some of these guys that I'm recruiting and I have no pipeline on. And I'm beating out 3 pipeline tiers and 4 pipeline tiers, and even some 5 pipeline tiers because they can only send 50. That's 65 with the 2 talent developer coordinators because they do have some recruiting to get talent developer. You got a 50 points in recruiting and 50 points in motivator. I'm still boosting in front of them with no pipeline tier anything. After this game, I'll show you. But I'm very excited about this coaching build because I actually got what I wanted. Last season out to college football 25, I wanted the architect. And I waited 5 or 6 years, force quitting teams to try to get the architect that I wanted that I could put with. I had one for offensive coordinator, but I was looking for one more for defensive coordinator, and I could never do it. So after the season, when I had fired the offensive and defensive coordinators, I was hoping just to get at least one and possibly like the motivator. But when I saw both, I think I got the first one was my offensive coordinator. I got him week 2. I believe it was week 2. Oh no, you know what? Offensive coordinator, yeah, both of them were week 2. Week 1, I didn't see anybody, but week 2, my offensive coordinator had talent developer and my defensive coordinator came in. And I'm not gonna lie, the defensive coordinator I did force lose his team. But I didn't do it for the offensive coordinator's team. I don't even know where he came from. I forgot to look at it, save it. But yeah, the defensive coordinator, I think it was Oregon State or Washington State or something like that. Yeah, I did force lose them. But you know what? Sometimes you have to do that when you're on an offline dynasty just to make sure you get what you need. Because the discount bundles are a game changer for a coordinator and a head coach. Not only do they have less points that they have to get up, but you have less points that you have to get up. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not gonna keep the same coordinators your whole career at a school. Between if you have the discount bundle package from CEO, if you have that, you're gonna move around from recruiter, from tactician, from strategist, motivator. You're gonna want multiple coordinators in those positions so you can upgrade your head coach. So you may be level 100 at year 11, but you may not get a maxed out coach and use all your points until year 17. Just because you're going to work and try to get certain coordinators to match what you want. Because 4 points, knocking off, like last year it was 2 points. This year, 4 points knocking off on each ability really opens the door for you to have extra abilities. And that's the thing. When you get level 100, the more abilities that you have for your coach, the more things you can unlock for your coach, the better you are. So I'm telling you, once I hit 100 on here, I might play one more season. But I have my Florida season level 100, and I have it maxed out, and I'm gonna have this UNLV build maxed out 100. I think after this, I will go to Penn State just because I like Penn State. That's my favorite team. Try to rebuild them. I think I will just stay in the Big Ten instead of UNLV is always my traveling team, as I should say. I usually go from the Pac Mountain West, Pac-12, ACC, Big Ten, SEC. So I do that with UNLV just so I can have on my system to say I have every trophy in every division. But like my Florida build, I just kept them in SEC. And if I do a a Penn State build, I'll keep them in Big Ten. Oh, I'm telling you, these elusive bruisers, and if you can get a gym contact seeker, like I have a 5-star gym contact seeker right now on my recruiting board that's a 90 speed. If there's any way I can get him to like a 95 speed as a contact seeker, that's gonna be a little unfair. I just hope that he doesn't like leave, but elusive bruiser is the way to go. They have enough speed and agility to wiggle in and out, get a shifty ability and then juke move ability. But then if they get full speed, they're breaking tackles if you have the ability up. So, elusive bruiser is the way to go. But if you can get I'm gonna see what he does. I'm gonna see what his stats are and what his abilities are. But I have a 90 speed contact seeker gem that's a 5-star. So he's gonna start at 75, 74, around that range. But every year he's gonna get up really fast. And plus he's a gem, so he should be either a star or elite. I'm kind of excited to see that run game. See how that's gonna go. But this year I didn't find too many good receivers, and you know what? I'm at a point right now where I have so many star and elite receivers where I really don't need more. If I find that diamond in the rough, I'll get them. But for the most part, I really don't need them. And you know, I've been getting like some 5-star gems receivers that are like 87 speed, 88 speed, and uh, they'll most likely be like Maze that I had last year. He left. He was a 82, he was a 82 speed contact specialist, but he was an elite, and he had like damn near no caps on his skills. So I was able to, oh, good catch, Wicks. I was able to upgrade his speed the first 2 seasons, where the first season he went from 82 to about like a 88, maybe a 90 speed. And then his second season, he went from that to like a 95, 96 speed. Contact specialist with a 95 speed is kind of ridiculous. It really is. It's kind of OP. But I couldn't redshirt him. That was the only problem with him. I couldn't redshirt him because his deal breaker. Ooh, good fuck! Center pancake the nigga and went to the next one. The only thing was his deal breaker was playing time, so I had to play him. I couldn't sit him out 1 year, otherwise he probably would have left. But I had him as a true senior, and then he ended up going to the draft. But 97 overall. He was good, you know. But to go from like a 82 speed to a 95 speed, that's wow. But that's how this game is, man. That's how this game is. That's why last season I got a bunch of 87, 88 speeds that were gems. It was like, well, if they're anything like Mace, I can upgrade their speed. They can get to 90 something that like I need. They might run quirky, but they'll get their speed up. They'll get it to where I need. But if they're 87 speed and they're not a gem, oh no. Even if they're 5-star, I'm not taking them. I can't do it because that means they're going to be like a normal or impact, and they don't level up quick enough. Now I'll take it. I do have the CEO ability that raises their dev trait. But my last 2 seasons, I haven't had anybody raise their dev trait, and I've been kicking butt. I've been kicking butt. Been having multiple receivers with 1,000 yards, couple receivers with 100 catches in the season. And I had 2, 3 running backs with 1,000 yards at minimum. Quarterback with 5,000 yards passing. But this game does it the way it wants to do it. It's like last season, I had my Florida my Florida head coach. I gave him the do not allow, seniors to, or not seniors, but what was the ability? The ability was they're less likely to go to the draft. So if I have an underclassman that's a redshirt sophomore or redshirt junior, they're less likely to go to the draft, and then I can persuade them to come back. So instead of it being like a none, it might be like an extremely low. If it's an extremely low, it'll be turned to a low. If it's a low, it'll turn to a medium. I found that ability was a waste of 16 points because it didn't matter if it didn't matter if they're going to the draft, they're going to the draft. And plus, with all of my other abilities, if they do get drafted, I get more XP points for the next guy behind them. That's the thing.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete.
Man, I threw it to the wrong guy. I was supposed to throw it a circle.
Last time, let's see if they throw it again.
See if X can do it.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Lost one deep down the right side.
Safety comes over so fast. Even when there's nobody there, safety comes over. I could have sworn he caught that, and I wouldn't have called timeout. He caught it.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense
That
out of the
Alabama be a champion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something
Talking about Nick Saban want to come back, bro.
Gonna take a shot. The pass falls in.
They're talking about Nick Saban trying to unretire. He only been out the league for one season. He already talking about he want to come back. Yeah, bro, he tired of his wife and kids already. See, I got to get back to work. Ah, man, I ain't finished this game. It's about that time. I wanted to play at least 2 games, but you know what? I think I'll just play the one. Wicks is nice. I like Wicks a lot. He's an elite tight end. I think he's a redshirt sophomore. Yeah, I like him a lot. He's never gonna be that elite speed where he's gonna be 95 speed as a tight end, but boy, hey, give him a step. He there. No help over top. Can't throw it to him. Look like they playing cover 3. Fish X too fast. I ain't even gonna lie, I can't time kicks. I cannot time them at all. I'll be trying.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead.
I had him too. Oh, you gonna be injured? Man, come on, Sheets. See what we got, Sheets. Oh, ain't you left-handed? Oh, left-handed. Yes. Tua Tagovailoa. Man, he said, you ready? You came back in? Man, I thought you was hurt. That's a crazy thing. I think he was like an 86 overall.
As they have a first down at the 45.
Urshel was like an 86 overall last year.
Wants to throw on
And
first
he
down.
fucking went to, I'm sorry, he freaking went to 97 overall, I believe, in
From the
one off
33,
season. I
it's
don't
first
even
and
have like
10.
the best motivator
Looking
skills
to
or
throw
none of
on
that. Oh
first down.
shit.
It's incomplete. Trusty
Yeah,
Collier receiving that down.
man, I'm telling you,
This guy at second
it's the
down.
wrong button.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Touchdown.
It's funny because Lane played for me 2 years ago and he had like that was 1,000 yards, 100 receiving receptions, and then last year he didn't play at all.
Going right
I
for
don't,
it.
I guess he just fell on the depth chart because I had some other guys ahead of him. Stayed. He's only like an 80 something. I think he's like a 95 now. He stayed an extra year,
After the incompletion, they go back
and
to throw.
he was able to get into that realm of that third. I'm killing it.
Ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. The throw to the outside is complete.
Klutz, this is his first year
And not before he
even
picked
getting
up
some rep.
15. He's been a matchup problem all season long.
But I
Defenses just
believe
don't know how to
he's an
solve it.
elite
Also, look at that
receiver,
last catch, over
so
500
he
yards receiving there.
developed
Quite
pretty
the year
quick.
for him. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of
That's my
distance
thing,
between
man.
him
If
and
I
his
can get
next
these
man on
guys
second
to
down.
give me 2 years
Downfield again.
of you just
He's able to run
watching,
deep down the
just
left
get
side.
better.
And
2 years,
inside the 10.
any
This
position.
offense has just been dialing up
By
explosive
your
play
junior
after
year,
explosive play. That's a big part of
if
why they
you're an
win
elite
games
or a
through the
star,
first
you're
quarter.
gonna be
Even in the
starting.
fourth quarter with that,
Only way you
they
won't
just
start is if
keep
there's an
getting
elite
after it.
star ahead of you that just has more points than you and a higher overall. But guaranteed by your senior year, you're gonna be a starter. Because it's rare that I have in positions
One way you
of
want to look on the bright side, at
starters
least you can pile up a bunch of yards
for
if you can run the ball. Good way
one
to throw the
person,
ball without
like
a
a
penalty.
lineman or a D tackle
And
or
that incomplete pass caused by the defense. First
linebacker.
down, second down.
Like those positions usually have one starter. It's rare that I will have like two senior elites or two senior star elite. I usually have one. Now, if I have receiver or cornerback, I might have two or three.
After that play, this offense
That's
can think about being
that happens
very
a lot.
aggressive. Let's look at
Right
what they
now on
do on
my
fourth and 4.
my
They'll start this
roster,
drive
I
back in
have
the air.
receivers. I have a
He's
bunch
got
of
command.
all my receivers are pretty much elites and
Perhaps a
stars.
touchdown save
So
on
you're
the
gonna have
play.
to wait.
Gets him down at the 37. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. And they
But
look
like
for
I
a big
have
rush today.
on my
They're going to
line
stay
at least
aggressive late in the
one
game. They'll take that
star
cushion. They
on
broke lead, but
each
you can just tell
position
the
for
confidence is
offensive
right where they
line.
have. They've been able to do it
And
late
those
in
are
this
the
game,
guys
taking
that are going
advantage. And this is an
to
offense that I think is going to
be
continue to thrive.
starting
Now down to
for
the
the next
12
2 or 3
yard line.
years.
It's first down.
I do have some
He's
of the
got a man
positions
on the
where I
stop.
have multiple, or I might have an
Looking to
elite
throw to the air.
behind or a star
Position
behind,
for the first
but
down.
for the most part, I'll have
Defense
one.
is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Touchdown Rebels! Ran the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They tack a little more onto this lead and they're on their
This game's over. Kind of glad he took off 2 minutes on that drive.
opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with the running back. This time they started behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one. They've got to come up with a big
It's okay. We're gonna get the score. I'll turn it off.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. Might have thought he'd walk it.
Oh man, I really don't want to run the ball no more.
Rebels offense is back on the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward. He's into the open.
Never mind. I do want to run the ball.
And he's still going. Hits him with a stiff arm. Run out of bounds all the way up at the 48-yard line as this offense gets a big play.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
19 seconds. Get to this now.
Looking for space. It's hot. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage with no more than that. Here on third down for this offense. He'll try it again.
Bruh, number 42 wasn't blocked for the last 3 plays.
Well, this one had all the
It's crazy.
bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes.
All right, that's pretty much the stream tonight. We're gonna go ahead and advance the week. See what recruits we get. If I can get 2 recruits this week, I'll be happy. A lot of them are like getting close, but they're not there yet. And here's the thing. I front load all of my 5 stars. 1, 2. Let's see. Where all of my 5 stars are gonna be where I want them. And then the rest that are 4 stars, I'm okay with them. But if I don't get them, I don't get them. I'm not gonna, be sad about it. But now that I got these 2, frees up some space for me. Let me see. See, now I would do visits, but for whatever reason, well, I know why, because I'm an elite recruiter. I really don't need visits too much now. Because once I'm in first place with the recruit, unless like a deal breaker gets broken, I really don't need to do a visit. I only do visits now if it's like toward the end of the season and I'm getting new people and I need to make a big time push on them. Then I'll do it. I really don't need visits. I used visits all the time when I first started because I had no choice. I had to do it. All right, so I'm gonna soft sell both of these. And here's the thing, when you do 2 soft sales to figure out which one, but then you can add on like a friends and family, you won't really go down too much, especially if it's a close race. You won't go down too much. Let me find see, like here, with Iowa, they have a 3 pipeline tier. I have a 0, but I did 2 soft sales on here. I can go and see aspiration goals. Is it? So I'll go hard sell and aspiration goal. I'm gonna get that big boost on it, and move on from there. So the only one that I'm so far need to do is these 2, but I think I have another one. Yeah. So Sunday player is the guy. And as you can see after this, I'll show you. I still didn't lose much against Texas. I still gained a bunch, and I'm still way ahead of them. So, soft selling two of them is better than just doing send the house for another week, especially if you can get like all A's or A pluses and they're all green, you know. So, got another one here. Let me see. He's playing time. I don't think I'll be able to do him yet. Playing time, and then two other question marks. So this one's playing time, but it has 1X, so that's not it. Okay, so it could be football influencer. And it could be primetime player. So I'm gonna do. That's the thing. One of his deal breaker is playing time. I don't think I'll be able to. He's a 96 speed. That's what's killing me. Is that he's a 96 speed, so it's like I have to get him. And then I could just try to work something out where I can, finagle him to play like in the slot. Hopefully, the guys ahead of him leave. And that way he has a spot to play. As long as I get these 5 stars. Even though it's an F and B and A, I have that extra 25 on it to make sure that I get what I need. And it's Stanford. So even though I'm a 2 and they're a 3, it's Stanford. They're not a really high 5-star team that I need to worry about. So this is what I'm gonna do. As long as I can get these top tier guys, I'll work on trying to get the other guys. But for the most part, I want to front load all of these guys. $48. Mm. Looks like I'm just gonna have to go ahead and change the position, change the cornerback to free safety or strong safety if I need to. So let's go down here, 148. See what we got here. Don't need any of those. Alright, so I got 15 low points. Alright, that's what we're looking like. We're third ranked. Went from first down to second, down to third. It's gonna keep on going like that. That's our build. That's our stats. I'll be at y'all tomorrow. GG chat. I appreciate you.